What's happening, people? United Central here, back with another video. The content does not stop, guys. You know what I mean? I'm back again. Friday night preview. I'm with the one and only, you know what I mean? Mr. Mad Red United. Adam, how are you doing, first and foremost?
Yeah,
Lockdown
mate.
obviously started, you know what I mean? How's work been? How's life been before we talk about the football and the
Mm.
drab, mate? You know what I mean?
Yeah, mate. It's been absolutely mental for me. Luckily, my work is still going, and I've avoided any sort of lockdown issue in terms of working. So we're okay at the moment. The only thing is with that, it just makes it busier, gives us less time, and just
Mm.
makes everything a bit more hectic. But I'd rather have that stress than one of not having anything to do at all and worrying about paying the bills, mate, which some people unfortunately have got. So,
Mm.
yeah, mate, I'm a lucky one, I could say. I'm run off my feet, but at least the money's coming in, mate. That's all that matters right now.
That's all that
Surviving.
matters, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to the people that are already in the chat already. You know what I mean? Mr. Football. Malak Anas is already here. Big moderator. You know what I mean? Alien Timo, he's always here. You know what I mean? But for both channels.
My
Shout
man,
out to him.
Alien.
You know what I mean? Back again. You know what I mean? What's happening, people? Let me know where you're watching from around the world, people. Let me know where you are watching from today. The preview. Ollie's last game in charge, guys. Let me know where you're coming from. Saeed Kamara. You know what I mean? Come on, man. We're here, man. You know what I mean? Saeed Kamara's here. Daniel Ogden. Big up to you. You know what I mean? Please, guys, smash a like on the video. You know what I mean? Subscribe to the channel if you want to. Go follow Mad Red United and also. But obviously, Adam, I've titled this video Ollie's last game in charge. Before we sum up that and before we get our views on that, it's a bit of a dire situation at the minute, mate. This is almost a game called do or die, mate, for Ollie. You know what I mean? I think this is it, mate. This is literally it, man. Lose this game or draws from it, even a draw, mate, is surely the 10 years up, mate. We cannot have a poor season as we did right now, mate. It's not good enough. My United
Mate,
standard's not good enough, mate.
mate, it's not that. I mean, you would normally say a draw against Everton at Goodison Park, even when they're not as good as they have been this season, is an all right result. Considering our record there, it's been shocking, mate. We've had some horrible days over there, and you know what, mate? It's building up that way, innit? I was listening to it on the radio today. People are making an excuse. People are still coming on the radio station saying, you know what, it needs that with this process of sacking manager after manager isn't working. And yeah, you could say that, but at the end of the day, we're 15th in the league, and it looks like he's just not got the players playing. Now, I do know that we are going to get that bounce back game soon enough. Will it be at Everton? I'm just disappointed, mate. In a way, the win is probably just going to be as bad as a loss because why?
Hmm.
Why does it take such drab and horrible performances for us to actually get up and play a game and actually do well in a game? It happens all the time, mate. First it was Tottenham, then what? How are we going to get it again after what we've seen the last two games, mate? You know, it's one of them. For me, if they do turn up against Everton, I'm going to be pissed off with them even more because
Yeah, sure, man.
why does it take this to
Sure.
be a reaction? Don't get me wrong, I'll be happy to get a win, but deep down I'll be thinking, you arseholes, why does it take such a horrible performance 2 weeks in a row, like it did against Spurs, for us just to get the Newcastle result?
100%.
It's just one of them, mate. I mean, is Ancelotti gonna end? Are we going to see another manager ended at Goodison Park, just like David Moyes was? People who saying he's still going to be there and Ollie's saying he's still going to be a success at the football club. Well, you know what? I'm already looking at it going, well, we can't improve on last season. So straight away, he needs to win a trophy. Is he going to get a chance to win a trophy? Is he going to be like Van Gaal? Is he going to be like Moyes until it's mathematically impossible to get top four? Will he be sacked? But then I'm thinking, you know what? This current climate, the financial stakes here. We've got the Glazers, we've got no revenue, no fans in the stadiums now, probably for the rest of the season.
That's the
And you
key
know
thing, isn't
what?
it?
They need Champions League money. Are they going to take a risk on Ollie getting back up there, or are they going to act? That's the difference this time, and why I think something may happen if it does go Pete Tong at weekend.
It really is, man. You know what I mean? We got here Rachesh Malashe. Thanks for the super chat. He goes, Man United have not had a shot on target inside 60-yard box this season. Ollie being a striker himself, how is he letting this happen? And also, Mr. Daniel United, thanks for the super chat, mate. Always a good contributor onto the channel. You know what I mean? Big you both. A good evening. Yeah,
What's
good
happening,
evening to
Dan,
you,
mate?
mate. Ollie should go down with some fight and passion on the touchline at least no iPads, mate. You know what, mate? I've had enough of the iPad, mate, and that Candy Crush, mate. I really
I
am, man.
tell you what, he must
Someone said
be
Ollie
getting
must.
some. He must be getting some endorsement fee from Apple. I
I'm
tell
telling
you.
you, man. You know what I mean? Candy Crush, mate. I'm telling you, he's got a sponsor deal by Candy Crush. You know the Angry Birds that came out when Everton got a shirt sponsor. I'm telling you now,
Oh,
mate. Candy Crush will be our arm sleeve next season, mate. I'll tell you what, man. Really, really is, man. We've got 400 people on this video already, guys. So please, please smash a like on the video. Someone says
we're gonna
iPad
get
out.
to four figures today on this
I'm
video. That's
telling you,
what's
man. I'm
happening.
telling you, man. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? Like for me, what's the most frustrating is, like you said, man, why they're turning up right now is, again, man, look at the damning stats there. Like the guy said, not had a single shot on target inside the app. When I was looking at the game against Istanbul, no one was willing to have a shot outside the box. No one's willing to have a risk. No one's
That's
willing to
because,
do
you know what I
anything.
mean? This is like the players, now they're scared, mate, now. Now the pressure's on them, and they're all thinking individually rather than team-based. So they're not going to take that risk of everything. There's only one player who's going to take a risk and have a shot, and that's Bruno. And he's getting pelters at the moment. I'm getting loads of stick because of him. And it's like that. Why would you want to pick out an individual performance right now when you're seeing how bad the whole team is and how the attitude is around the whole squad? What is it with the agendas of you people and picking out certain players or picking on players that other people like me and you have actually talked about and bigged up before? You know what I mean? It's not one individual, but that's how we're playing as a team at the moment. We're playing as the individuals, and they're all scared of making a mistake because he's chopping and changing it that much. You just
Oh
don't know
man.
who's coming and going, mate, and that's the
Even
problem
that
now.
sackable as well. The changes he's making, Adam, mate, is sackable in itself, mate. McTominay, he was built on risk and kind of endeavor of attack, attack, attack. He said it on he quotes, he said, these guys have to play without fear. These guys have to attack games. These have to play the Man United traditional way. Well, Adam, this is not the Man United traditional way we're playing. We're playing with fear. We're playing, you know what I mean, with one breaker. Like, it's for me, it's not good enough, man. And he took off
No.
Twanzabia. And for me, that was cowardice, man. You know what I mean? Yes, he's got a yellow card. I understand that, but come on, man. Like, I mean, are you giving it already?
No, there's no. If we're giving up now, but people said this was a substituted Bruno at half time against Spurs because he was on a yellow card. If we can't play risky football and plays on yellow cards simply because, like I said, well, they've got a yellow card, we can't play them now. I'll bring them on. We've got to sub him off because he might get sent off. You know what? It's pathetic. It is a pathetic excuse to bring someone off. I don't know what his thinking was with the Axel substitution. I thought it was an absolute disgrace.
Yeah, it was.
To bring him off. So he has a great game against PSG, then he drops him.
What kind of
We don't
confidence are you
see
giving him
again.
there? What kind of
We're not
confidence are you
giving him
giving him
any.
there?
We're just saying, look, Harry Maguire's our captain, and every time he's fit, he's going to play. Simple as that. You know what I mean? The same with Bruno. Bruno's fit, he plays. He won't mix it up at all. He won't move Bruno from that position when he knows that Van der Beek can play in that position. Bruno can move forward. He can go back to the 8. He has to stick to his tried and tested. Sorry, I know what I'm not.
Yeah.
I got an issue with certain players coming out. The problem you've got is if you're gonna play him in the same position all the time, maybe be a bit versatile in that.
Yes, that's the
Change the
key.
positions on the pitch and change the formation. It doesn't always have to be as rigid and as easy to play against. So, I mean, everyone's sussed us out now because they know what's coming. They've got half the battle won before we've even stepped out on the pitch. I think someone said on the radio today, it says the players turn up and they go, well, if we win, we win. If not, no problem. Move on.
Self is at home. Self is on the bus.
That's it. That's the mentality of the squad at the moment. And you know what? Someone needs to come in, a dictator-style manager, come in and give these guys an absolute going over. Because, like you said,
Come on. Yeah.
it's not all Ole. It's not all Ole, but he can't
No.
control his squad now. That's what it looks
No.
like. It looks like they've done it again, and they've thrown another one under the bus. But you know what? Another manager may have got something different out of him. But we need a manager to come in who is going to say to the board, look, I need rid of this player. I need rid of this player, this one. And then possibly we can start looking at bringing players in. I mean, Pochettino, he's got a form for it. He's come in. He'll say, look, if you're not playing well, you're not getting in this team. Arteta did exactly the same thing with Ozil, highest paid player at the club. He's not scared to drop him. It doesn't matter what he's on. It doesn't matter that he's on 350 bags a week. you're out. You don't fit into my
Yeah.
team. You're not putting in what I need.
Simple.
Ollie's just giving him excuses and excuses. And I said this a couple of weeks ago, mate. How many games is he going to give a player a chance to just to hit form at the sacrifice
Exactly.
of points on this team in the league? He was doing it with James. He keeps doing it with Harry Maguire. He's trying to play him into form. And he's just not there. His head is not in it, mate. The best thing for Harry Maguire at the moment is to sit out and just see what other players are playing like. And maybe he'll see, you know what? These are playing better without me at the moment. Maybe I need to get my head in gear. He needs to
100%.
kick up the arse, mate. He does. Do you know what I mean?
You know
It's
what I
like
mean?
when Bruno was dropped. He came on off the bench. We got a reaction out of him again. You know, you've got to do it to all these players. There's not one player in that team who's undroppable. It's as simple as that. And
Absolutely.
if he doesn't do it, then it just looks like he hasn't got control. And that's why people will keep on saying it, mate.
Prem Prodigy here says, evening lads, regardless of the result tomorrow, I still get rid of him. And you know what? This guy, Fair Play Super Chat, he's one of that was like Ollie in and he believed in the manager.
I know Prem, Prem's been on a few times on mine. He's always said it, but I think it's the straw that broke the camel's back has hit, mate. It really has.
Yeah.
And you know what I think it is, mate? And I've said this all the time. I'm always willing to back him. I wanted to see what he was at the next level. But I said this 2 years ago, mate. I cannot stand what he says in interviews and how he tries to make an excuse for what's happened and how he explains things. When he laughs off that his job isn't under threat, you're a Man United manager, mate. You're always under threat if you don't perform. That's the standard. If you're thinking that you're safe and you're laughing about it, then don't expect much respect from the fans. That's all I'll say.
You know what I mean? And he carries on there, by the way. I just read Mr. Super Chat. He carried on saying, I would get rid of him in the international break. Russ Mank, you know what I mean? He goes, if Ollie is finished and the Glazers backed him till next season, would Ollie in fans be happy? Ollie still at the wheel? Question mark. I'm not too sure, mate. I really am not too sure. I think it's just dried out, mate. And Zane here's trolling again. Ollie was watching United Central on his iPad. You know what? I doubt he would, mate, because I'm not his biggest fan, mate. You know what I mean? It's like,
he's blocked
I doubt he's watching me.
Zane, he's blocked him, mate. He's already blocked him.
You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man. But, like, for me, do you think that the players have lost trust in this manager because they're just simply not even understanding any tactics? You know what I mean? That goal for me, you know what I mean? Is it a case of the players? I'm not trying to say they throw them on the bus, but when they all went up front, surely that wasn't the manager's tactics. Like, for me, I'm just baffled, mate. I really am baffled how there was no one willing to take ownership. There's no ownership no more.
We were talking with Rance, and Statman was on with us with Rance, and he said it. I've seen it at the time as well. I've heard so many ex-players, I've heard pundits all on the radio this week. I've been listening to it. There's no fans in that stadium. How is no one going absolutely ballistic on the bench when they see that Demba Ba is in our half of the pitch with 40 yards worth of space? One ball and we're done. Why is no one absolutely going off their tits at that on the sideline? Where's the coaching? Where's the encouragement? All the time. You know what I mean? People slag Mourinho off for what he did to Luke Shaw when he was trying to talk him through a game. You know what? I can see what he's on about. I really can. His positional sense is absolutely diabolical. Do you know what you say? I know what I'd say. I mean, I didn't like LVG football, but he's probably the only manager that had some form of structure because he had a strict 4 players who went forward, and it was only them 4 players. Maybe possibly a 5 interchanging. The rest stayed back. We didn't leak goals because he knew the defence was always going to be there. We always had 4 or 5 at the back. And he was strict with it. Right now, I dare I say it, mate, it's your saying again, isn't it? It's freestyle. Go out there and win me a game, lads. That's it. That seems to be that seems to be the team talk, doesn't it? Because that's how we're playing. And you know what? People, even the people who say we're overly negative at certain videos, you know what? They've disappeared, mate. Reality hurts.
They've joined the light.
Reality hurts, mate.
Yeah.
They do not like the reality of it. And you know what? I see it 2 days later, people are then coming out backing Ollie up. It'll be the same again. They'll be quiet in the game when we're getting tanked and everything's going wrong. And then 2 days, they'll make up some form of excuse again and try and back him again. This is what they do. When really, they're just dying. They're dying inside because they know the reality is that Ole has lost this squad and it's worse than it was last season. We've never been 15th. We've never been 15th.
Never, mate. Not even under Van Gaal, not even under Mourinho.
We don't even get into the top half of the table if we win our game in hand now, mate. That's so far.
You know, we had a bad
behind.
start last season as well. And
We
you
did,
know what,
mate.
man? This just shows the kind of level of what we're doing. It was only till Bruno Fernandes came. Where were we in January? I'm actually like struggling to think. I don't know where people know, but I don't know where we. I think we were 9th, 8th, something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
You can get me wrong here, but it took only until Bruno Fernandes came back and the emergence of Paul Pogba from injury that we really, really got into gears. That we had a poor start last season as well. We had a poor start last season as well. I remember we were so, like someone says here, 5th after Burnley game. But we were so many points behind Leicester, by the way.
Behind, mate, innit?
We were literally, the gap was bigger. You know what I mean? And I feel like, I don't know if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can motivate these players. I really, really can't. And that is the biggest thing for me. You can be Ole in, you can be Ole out, but when you don't have, you know what I mean, a kind of the motivation, when the motivation's gone from these players, that's when you know it's sinking ship. And I just don't know if the manager can get these guys to do it anymore. I really can't. And then we're suffering because the league position don't lie. You know what I mean? Someone says they're 16 points behind Leicester, though. We were 16 points behind Leicester.
How do we make that?
Do you know what I mean?
Man? Baffles me, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
We had a team there that was that got us through that post-lockdown period when we didn't change it much. I know it burnt out at the end, but we've not seen that once.
No. You know what I mean? We've got 915 people watching live, guys. So please, let's get this number 140. Let's get at least 500 likes, man. Come on, guys. If you are watching this, the like button is free, guys. We got another super. Yeah, man. Girls and boys. You know what? Sorry, my bad. Girls and boys. Mr. Dan United here. Thanks for the super chat. He goes, guys, remember last time we lost to Everton, said that Ollie will be successful at Man United, but some of our players won't be part of that. Irony. Moses' players will outlast him at this rate. That's a damning stat, mate. We were there, mate. Adam. We were there, mate. He said them words, mate. I will be successful here. These players won't. That is literally a downfall, mate. Where we were, a year and a bit ago, and he said them words. And look where we are right now, mate. Look where we are.
Oh, it's horrible, mate, innit? But he's right, innit?
Where's the midfield balance? You know what I mean? Pogba's not starting. You know what I mean? And then what's it called against Istanbul? You got me Donny van der Beek coming off again. You know what I mean? Bruno, shocking game. There's no agenda with Bruno, and we're gonna touch that in a bit there. Ollie can't seem to get the balance right. You know what I mean? Up front, Rashford scores hat trick, and then 2 games in a row he's missing. Like, why is this so inconsistent? Where's this coming from? How can this be so inconsistent as bad as it is, man? You know what I mean? It's like I'm just losing my head with this, man.
It starts from what's the name, mate? I mean, you look at Man United's social media setup and what they do. I mean, literally in the midst of all the carnage that was going on social media, they come out with a post saying, "On to the next game now, big game at weekend." It's like, who are you trying to kid, really? All these pictures they put up of the players laughing and joking around in training. Do you know what? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. It's like they do not care. It's all about everything that goes on off the pitch rather than what goes on the pitch at the moment. It's like who's being held accountable for their actions. No one gets dropped. You know what I mean? His favourite players always come back in. And it's just baffling, mate, because you said it then. We just don't know who's going to play midfield at weekend. We don't know who's going to play at the back.
No. And that is no idea
who's playing up front.
A bad manager, mate.
That's a bad sign that he doesn't know what his best team is. He doesn't know what his best formation is. And we don't have a clue because we just can't see a consistency in any player because you need partnerships. You need sort of roles of players linking up together. You need like midfield dynamism. You need strike partners. You need a link up down each side and the width. It's just chopping and changing all the time. 1 minute you've got Mata on the right. Next minute you've got Greenwood on the right. And I'm all for rotating the squad, but it just seems to be a bit gun-ho. It seems to be scattergun changing at the moment. Whereas towards the end of last season, he was quite stuck with it. I know we wanted a little bit of change, just give the odd player a rest here and there, which is fine. But right now, mate, you won't be surprised if he changed 11 players.
And he will do. He
What
will
I
do.
mean?
You know what I mean? He will do. Russ Mank there says, please sing Magic, you know. All right, I'll sing it for you, mate. He's magic, you know. Mauricio Pochettino is magic. Listen, man, that anthem's going to come, man. I'm telling you guys now, yeah. When Pochettino gets unveiled, yeah, I'm going to bring the maddest video on YouTube, mate, onto the world, actually. And I'm going to show Pochettino, and hopefully he sees it like the one they did for Partey, you know what I mean? And it was loving life. You know what I mean? We got 1,022 people live, guys. So please,
Yeah,
guys, just smash the like on the video, man. This is one of the biggest lives we've had in a while, man. So big up to you, man. Big up to Adam United, you know what I mean? Adam Red, Mad Red United. If someone
because
can put his link in there,
the
get
boys
the
are
link in
here.
there. You know what I mean? The boys are here, man. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get more real chat than him, and we just give you how it is, and you man enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about Bruno Fernandes. You know what I mean? There's a lot of talk here. And you know what? Yeah, I made a tweet. Yeah, and I feel like people kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Took it the wrong way. Let's say it. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes for me is a problem, and I say it's a problem for one reason. Yeah, he's in the wrong position, and I mean why he's in the wrong position is he's doing more harm than he's doing good in the number 10 role, and I tell you why. He's vacating his position. He's not being disciplined in his position. 2, he's going right back, left back, centre back, and then right back, right mid, left wing. He's everywhere, mate. He's not doing anything. Thirdly, yeah, he's not helping out defensively. That's another one. And 4th, when was the last time, apart from the Rashford goal, he's had an open goal, he's made an assist? When? And that's my only issue. Bruno Fernandes is a top quality player. Listen, I'm not doubting that. Lost the ball over 30 guys. In one half, Adam, he lost the ball 17 times, yeah? I'm not doubting Bruno Fernandes' ability. It's there to see. But what I'm doubting is, yeah, it's the ability in the number 10 role. I don't think he's a number 10, Adam. He's a number 8 that can do bit and both. He can go forward when he needs to, and he can give that kind of aggressiveness in the midfield. He's a tough tackler. He can get the ball and pass it 5 yards.
Mate, what did I tell you? I mean, back in the days when we were on the United stand, mate, before we got to the Tottenham game, mate, everyone was asking, what's your team? What's your team? Where did I put Bruno in my team, mate? I said this months ago. Pogba 100%. Should not be in that midfield next to Matic, in the holding role, or anywhere near a number 8 or 6. Pogba needs to be 10. He needs to be more advanced. Bruno needs to be a number 8. You know what? He's got a bit more. He's got a bit more to do then, and it would sort of fit his role and his energy levels that he shows. Because, like you said, then ill discipline's coming into every single player on this pitch. There's absolutely no discipline in positional sense at all for any one player. That game against Başakşehir on Wednesday night proved that. He did. We've proved so many times.
Look at that point there, mate.
We've been caught.
He never gives the ball away. I watch him in Portugal, mate. He never gives the. And this is a Portugal team who, yes, they've got good players, but not of France's quality. They're not of they're good players. I mean, Bruno Fernandes. You got the Carvalho. Neves, but they're not top end quality. But still, they keep the ball. They're very, very good on the eye. So why can't he do that at Man United? Why can't Ole Gunnar Solskjaer see? Is it because now he's a favourite player? And you know what? He's Ole's saviour. He's a man that saved him the job. You know what I mean? What's that guy that saved them? And then what's his name? Alex Ferguson's job. This is him now.
Mark Robbins.
We've got our Mark Robbins, mate. This is the Portuguese Mark Robbins, mate. You know what I mean? We've got our Portuguese Mark Robbins, mate.
It did, mate. It did. You know what?
Oh my God.
That's the point. People talking about the Portugal there and what difference it is. It's the same with Pogba, because his structure. There is absolute structure to their setup and the way they play. They all know who's going to be playing where. I mean, I bet them United players are on the training ground going, "Oh no, I wonder who's playing this weekend." Whereas teams that are organised, I mean, I could tell you now. Who's going to be in that City team? Who's going to be in that Spurs team? Who's going to be in that Liverpool team? Everton, Leicester. I can tell you every single team is going to know. Right now, we don't have a clue. No opposition fan has a clue who's going to play for United. And that comes from the management, who really does not know what his best team is and how he's going to play him. But he still thinks he's going to be successful at this football club. What is success? What is success? That's what I want to know. What is his success? What's his aim? Because he keeps on talking like we're going to improve. We're improving on last season because we might get our third win of the season in the 7th game rather than the 10th game when it was last season. Is that success? You're going to be successful at a football club, but you're bigging up getting your third win in 7 games in the league. That is a massive contradiction this is why I'm losing faith in him. This is why I'm losing. I'm not seeing anything on the pitch, and when he talks, man, I give up. He just ends me. He ends me when he talks, Ollie. He really does. And everyone knows, even when I was bigging Ollie up, I could not stand him in interviews.
You say that all the time, man. I don't want to hear him after the game.
I cannot listen to it. And then I hear clips. I hear clips on the radio, and I did it on Twitter the other day. I think I got 40,000 views.
When Moy said that,
a little clip when he opens his mouth, because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Yeah, and it takes that much away from me, and it just destroys me inside. I'm like,
100%.
What are you saying? Don't say anything at all. Just go into some stats or just say, look, we need to improve and do this and do that. Don't go talking absolute silly. Because that's all he's doing at the moment. He's just digging.
Well, that's solid, though, isn't it?
He's got rid of the shovel. He's got an excavator now. He's digging his hole that deep. Seriously, it's in the motor. That's how far he's going down now, mate. And he just needs to stop it. He really does. You know what? Everyone would love him if he walked away right now and shown up that 100%. Ownership above him. They really would.
Absolutely.
But we said, is he going to be a yes man when he took that job permanently? And people bring up all the facts and stats about him matching him with Klopp, but when he took over the job as a permanent manager, it was a different ball game. That was when the pressure was on and the players knew he was staying. It was just a happy-go-lucky time when he took it on an interim. It was like, we've got another manager coming in, so let's go out and show ourselves now and try and impress the next manager. When they knew that Ollie was in charge, mate, it's been fits and starts and, it's just been hard to watch, mate. It really has. Don't get me wrong, we've had some great times and great games, but, man, you always knew what was coming around the corner, didn't you?
And that's the issue for me, you know what I mean? And that's my only problem, mate. I really, really have. And you know what I mean? Mr. Dan United here saying, guys, what system and style of play would Poch go with our current squad? All I am asking for is an identity and patterns of play. You know what? You're brilliant, mate. But I think Poch will get the best out of these players. They really would, man. You know what I mean? Like Finger saying there, man, look, MLG, you know what I mean? He's saying Ollie has hit a ceiling. At this point, he's trying to convince himself, like Trump, not to hold an L in this election, mate. You know what it is here? What it reminds me of, Ollie, is a person who's almost trying to, you know what I mean, prove himself that he's good at managing, mate. Forget Man United, mate. He's trying to prove that he's a good manager. And that is, for me, is almost going against his beliefs, man. He's almost going against him. You know what I mean? Play it naturally, man. You know what I mean? Do it naturally. Don't try and think yourself, right, I'm a diamond formation person. No, you know what? I'm 5 in the back. No, what? I'm 4-3-3. Play what you want to do. Don't think about the fans. If he had trusted in himself, said to him, I believe in this system. I believe what I can do. Listen, mate, you'd have more respect. But he's trying to do 5 in the back. Then when it's time, it's 4, then it's 3. You know what I mean? In the midfield. And I'm like, I'm confused, Adam. I'm confused.
It is, mate. It's confused.com, isn't it? It's Confused FC now. There's another one to our list that we've come up with recently. I mean, you look at it and you go, you listen to him and you're like, okay, I'm trying to figure out what he's getting at here and I can't. And then his team walks out on the pitch and you're like, I can't figure that out either. And then someone just mentioned in the super chat, then it's like he selects Maguire simply to just...
Sorry, here it is. Rajesh
trying to play him into...
Adam Ollie plays Maguire every week,
That's it.
At what point is Maguire?
Why do you keep playing him? Yeah. Why? It's like I said before. He's trying to give players every single chance to find form at the cost of this football club dropping further and further down the table. It's like, you know what? Stop. Play Van der Beek in a position where he can actually influence the game. Either it's on the left or the right of a front three, he can still do it there. Yeah, let's see what Bruno does in a number 8. You know what? What have you got to lose? Because what you're doing right now is epically failing. It really is. And we had some good results against PSG and Leipzig. But you know what? We've just completely thrown that out the window by losing to a team that's been established, 6 or 7 years? It's embarrassing. I think everyone's forgot about Leipzig and PSG right now. And you know what?
Oh, man, I've well forgotten that, mate.
it don't look like it's going to be or going to get any better. There's a game coming if Ollie's in charge where we're going to just surprise everyone and win. It could possibly be Everton, but I don't think
But
any
do you
United
really think? I
fans.
don't. I think this is a different. You know, what I mean, Everton have not lost at home. You know, what I mean, Rodriguez apparently back.
And this is
Dinier's
why
back.
this is why I think
This is not.
something may happen. But as I said, mate, if we score the first goal, game on. If we don't,
Yeah.
put your feet up, mate.
Oh,
Get yourself a
mate.
brew. Do whatever. Get some chocolate or some crisp. What flavour did I have on the watch along the other day? As soon as we go behind, I go get the food, mate.
Get the mini
And
eggs,
it's
man. Get the mini
feet
eggs.
up, yeah, yeah, the mini eggs. Oh, mate, I'll
Mate,
tell you what,
shout
give
out
me
to the
back to
mini
them
eggs,
away
though.
days.
You know what I mean?
Mini
Back
egg
to the
away
away days, man.
days.
Yeah, mini eggs, mate. If you know mini eggs, you know, man. I'm telling you, man. That chocolate is absolutely fire, mate. You know what I mean? When is Easter coming back, man? I tell you what, man. Bloody hell. But you know
Mate,
what it
when
is?
they're
What the consistent with the seed. You know what I mean? When I put the title in, I said Ollie's last game in charge. I just believe this is a different kind of, you know what I
Mate,
mean?
I tell you what, my last video I did the same title, mate. That's just how it felt. I just went with how it felt on the atmosphere.
Yeah, of course. I feel like this is the end of Ollie. This is the end of the road, guys. I really, really do, because I just feel like the players will just say, you know what? If we put a performance in, we know Ollie's getting sacked. We do it. We know it already. You know, we know it already, and that's the mentality. If you have that mentality in the football club, you know it's gone, man. You know it's absolutely gone home from there. You know, we've seen it from Mourinho. You know, we've seen it from Van Gaal. But this is just like, for me, Everton is not a game where you're thinking, wow, I can see 3 points there easily. I can't even see, we've not scored off from open play in a while.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
mate.
It's like the game against Newcastle feels a long time away, mate.
Oh, God.
And we were awful for what? 75 minutes until Pogba and Donny van der Beek came on. Then we started to, release the shackles. You know? But I'm looking at this game and I'm thinking, where can I see the goal coming from? Rashford is our only goal scorer this season, Adam. We've got no goals in this team. Martial's got no goals in this team.
Martial
Greenwood's
got a good
apparently not in the squad. Apparently Greenwood's not in the squad.
What?
Apparently Greenwood's not in the squad. He didn't travel with the squad. Which you know then, Adam. You just know, bloody well know, Diamond or Mata on the right-hand side. You just know, man. You just know, man. And I mean, I can't confirm this, but is Greenwood, guys, in the squad? Let me know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to find out. You know what I mean? I seen someone in the comments saying, you know what I mean? Greenwood's
was it not
in
Greenwood
the
wasn't?
squad.
Was it Greenwood wasn't in the England squad?
No, apparently here. Yeah, no Greenwood in the squad. No Greenwood in the squad. Dan James incoming, mate. You know what I mean? It's not in the squad. MEN said it's not. Listen, mate.
Yeah, I know you well, Prem. You're on mine all the time. Stop swearing.
You know what I mean?
We don't need that, mate.
Yeah, man. We got 1,272 people, guys.
Yeah,
please. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. Big one. You know what I mean? Smash a like on the video, guys. It's free to do it. You know what I mean? But
this is what
when you look at the team there, how do you see the goals?
Real talk. You get the fans in when the real talk comes, mate.
That's it, man. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Saeed, I feel sorry for how you're feeling, not your club. Well, listen, man. You know what I mean? I'm feeling that like I'm just deflated, mate. I just don't see where the goals are coming from, Adam. I don't see where the goals are coming from. We've got no goals in this team. We don't defend well. And then what's it called? And Everton are decent at home. Yes, they've lost 2 of the bounce, but what other game, an essential game for Man United to ever to say, you know what, win this game and you're back on track for not the league, but you know what I mean, for a good season, mate. You know what I mean? What more incentive against a kind of a team that is down and at the minute, really, really is down, mate.
Mate, you know what? There's only 2 teams in this league that fear us, and that's City and Liverpool. That's what we used to be, mate. That's where we used to be. Because you know what? United will feel like they have to up a game to play against them. Any other team right now is going, this is Man who? That's what it is, mate. It's not Man U, it's Man who right now. Because we don't know what's turning up.
We had Zayn saying Ababa who, but we've got Man who, mate.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Man who, because we ain't got a clue, mate. The manager hasn't got a clue. The opposition fans, mate, I tell you what, they're the ones that see it really. And the longer Ollie's in charge, they're loving it. They're absolutely loving it because they know what's coming. They absolutely know what's coming. And we keep moaning about the performances, mate, but I feel like these performances are just going to keep coming. They are going to keep coming because I do not feel now that these players will play for Ole. I think they're deluded. I just feel like it's like Van der Beek coming in. He's just come in and gone, what in the hell is this setup that I am playing in here? This is not what I signed up for. It really isn't.
No, it
And
really
this has
isn't,
happened
mate.
to a few players, mate, over the last few years. I mean, Mkhitaryan was probably the prime example of it as well.
Yeah.
It's like,
He was a
what?
player that was destined for United, the kind of player, you know what I mean? Kagawa, them kind of
Perfect.
technical players.
Yeah.
And they've come into United culture where it's toxic, mate. And it's so bad at, you know what I mean? And you're just thinking like, what I mean? Big up Saeed, Man United a bag of regals. You don't know what you're going to get with them. You know what I mean? Someone says there, Russman goes, what if
Pick and
Poch came in and
mix.
did him in Mateo? You know what I mean? Tell you, pick a mix, mate. Shout out to the pick and mix, you know what I mean? They were good in them days, you know what I'm saying? But what if Poch came in and did a Di Matteo?
Mate, you'd love
We
it,
got the
wouldn't you?
Champions
You
League, mate.
would. You would
You know, but
love
then
it.
he
I
got
mean, I
sacked the
was
next season,
listening.
didn't he?
I was listening to a Tottenham fan on the radio today, and he was talking about Pochettino. He was saying it was the right time for Pochettino to go when he was but his style of football and where he is in his career, he never had a break. He hit the high road for so many years, but then he went away. And when they go away and the time to reflect on what had happened and what they can learn just by sitting back and watching it for a year, then you know what? He was going on the Spurs fan. He's saying the way he made our team high press and win the ball back. He says United don't do that. He said United have got zero fear factor at all. He said you put Poch in with that young squad. He said you will see a different United, and then we will start to see United climb back up the league, and we'll see United being a threat again under Pochettino. I mean, I've heard a few people talk about other managers today as well, but for me, I'll be realistic about it. Pochettino costing zero is probably where United are going
Shortlist
right
is the
now.
right man for you, Adam. You know what I mean? We're talking today, Nagelsmann, you know what I mean? They're the words that I've been saying today, Nagelsmann. Surely Pochettino, mate. Like 2 weeks in the international break. Get this team ready, you know what I mean? Get a system going, mate. And you know what, mate? We could be laughing at him, you know what I mean? Pochettino surely is the right fit for this football club. Surely, Adam. You know what I mean? To come
Mate,
in,
I think
get these players, a reboot, mate. It's a reboot in this football club. He will literally get a DOF. He'll make sure that he sees what's happened over the years. He will make sure there's a director of football there. He will literally change the culture. He changed the culture at football club of Southampton, Espanyol, and now he's done it at Tottenham, mate. You know what I mean? And now he's ready to reset the culture at Tottenham. We've not had a top level coach since Van Gaal. He tries to change the structure a little bit, you know what I mean? And he did the foundations for Rashford, Martial, the top level players that we brought in now. You know what I mean? We should have came with another top coach after him, not Mourinho maybe, but we wanted instant success. You know what I mean? Everyone wanted it, but we didn't get that. This is a time to get a reset, mate. Pochettino is that reset, surely.
It does look like that is the way, mate. I think it's only going to be Pochettino. I don't think United are even considering anyone else. I don't think we're going to see. I just feel like Pochettino looks like he's the manager who's going to improve what we've got rather than the manager who's going to want to come in and buy and spend. I just feel like he's a perfect fit. I mean, the Americans, do I have a lot of on my show, and they see a lot of the franchise football style and what the Glazers like. He's perfect. He's ready-made for what we need for our young players to improve and what they need above in terms of how much he can work on. Because he's not going to need a lot. He's not going to need a lot of money. He's probably got a team there now that he thinks he really needed at Tottenham.
Yeah.
Do you know what? He's got a team there now and a setup that he can play his style of football with. I know he's thinking it because we've got the fast forwards, we've got the strong forwards, we've got the dynamism in midfield. You know what? Defense, yeah, it's an issue. It looks like a problem that we're not going to be able to solve. But I'll tell you what, mate. I bet you see Tellez. Cheers,
yeah,
mate.
man, big up
I bet you see Tellez come straight into that team once Pochettino takes charge. I'm telling you now.
Oh, 100%. You know what I mean? You see, maybe you probably see Bruno in the 8. You know what I mean? You're probably seeing what's it called? Donny van der Beek playing. You know what I mean? And it's like we've got NBA gaming here says Saeed, who big up guys. Who was the baby club again? Bro, your coach made our many our Lily guilt and yours world class pop average. Listen, I can't complain, mate. You know what I mean? I'm in humble. You know what I mean? I'm still in hibernation mode from that from that loss. But Pochettino will improve players. You know, people. What's the argument to say to people that Pochettino hasn't won anything?
But
You know
yeah,
what I mean,
people
what's the
saying there, Luke
difference?
Shaw. People saying there in the comments, Luke Shaw's Pochettino's favourite. I tell you what, this is what I was saying beforehand. This is what I was saying beforehand about Pochettino taking a year out. He was seeing what's needed right now, and you know what? If he wants to play that elaborate style of football, then he isn't going to be able to play Luke Shaw. Because when Luke Shaw goes forward, offers us nothing, leaves us completely open at the back. This is the problem with him. If you're going to play a strict defensive line, there's a role for Luke Shaw there. But if you're looking for your fullbacks to actually make an impact at the other end, then Luke Shaw isn't your man.
No.
This is the way it's going to be. Shaw can defend, don't get me wrong, but he can only defend when he isn't allowed to go forward. That's it. When he's being completely operated from the side, like Mourinho was trying to do. It's why Mourinho never ever played him, because he knew his positional sense was garbage. And yeah, he can do stuff going forward sometimes, but sometimes isn't enough, especially when you're as poor at the back in covering yourself when you do track forward over that halfway line. That's what Luke Shaw's issue is, and it doesn't look like he's learnt from it at all.
No.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? GMM Gaming, thanks for the super chat, mate. Zidane's won 3 Champions League for Madrid, and there's talk of getting rid of him. Big team expect big results. They don't care about legends. That's a big thing, mate. Well, I don't know if you can hear the background, guys, but there's a lot of firework going on. You know what I mean? So if you please bear with us, even though if you can hear a lot of firework, in the UK we are in our fireworks season. You know what I mean? And we're not even celebrating anything. You know the ones there. NH goes, thank for super chat, guys. Don't you think we have a short list and take our time with this during the manager recruitment process? Poch, Ten Hag, Nagelsmann, Franz. I don't know who Franz is. Who would you go for? You know what I mean? And I'm not. For me, I'm not trying to disrespect Oli, but you know what I mean, I feel like this is his last game, no matter what. Who would you go for? Who is your preferred option before we go into the team news and whatnot?
As the manager,
yeah,
I would go with Poch. I just feel like I mean, I'd like Poch for a while. I think he is a good manager, and people will say he's won nothing. You're just buying the same thing. Well, at the moment, we're looking at just trying to improve and get up there. I do feel like Poch will eventually win that trophy, but I'm looking at him right now and going, right, okay, we need a coach. We don't need a manager.
No, we need a coach, mate.
A manager isn't going to work at this football ever again. The last manager was a Wenger or a Sir Alex Ferguson. They were the last managers. The day of the manager is dead. It's head coaches, it's coaching and his team and his staff. And you know what? Directors of football. That's the way it's going now. A manager doesn't have full control of any football club anymore. Look at Dyche. Now they're getting new ownership at Burnley. You know what I mean? You could say Dyche was the manager. Old school. That's gone now. He doesn't get what he wanted. He didn't even get a penny to spend this summer. So for me, we need a coach in there. Someone who can improve what's already there. Because we've said it before, mate. I posted the question out and everyone pretty much said the same thing. Is this the best squad since Sir Alex Ferguson left the football club? Is this squad better than the one that won the league with Ferguson? Now,
you know what? Well better, mate. Bloody hell, we had Cleverly in the midfield, mate. You know what I mean? We had, what's his name? What's that left back we had? I'm not even quite sure, mate.
Evra.
What's it called?
Don't go into Evra.
No, I'm on about the other left back, man, the Dutch one. You know, we had him at left back. But no, mate, bloody hell, man. You know, we had a lot of players that were just not good enough, mate. You know what I mean? And for me, like, you know what I mean? Prem Prodigy here says, Poch has not won anything. It's stupid. Argument is stupid. The same fans say FA Cup and League Cup are pointless. He nearly won the Prem and the USC. He was a close man. 100%, man. 100%. You know what I mean? And that's the thing for me, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, Souter, Butner, that's the one. You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? We look at the figure last night. Raphael still got it, mate. You know what I mean? And he showed the passion that we needed, mate.
He was in that team. He was
in that team, wasn't he?
Yeah, Nick Powell. My God, Nick Powell. Remember him?
Nick Powell, man. I thought he was going to be our next sensation, mate. Bloody hell, man. When he scored that goal against Wigan, remember that goal against Wigan?
Yeah,
when he scored that goal, mate. I thought that was a start for thinking, but things don't happen, you know what I mean, and whatnot. But, like, let's go into the teams, you know what I mean? How do we beat Everton, man? Like, for me, I'm not too sure what formation we're going to play, what kind of style we're going to play. Is Bruno going to start? Is Pogba going to start? Is Donny Van de Beek going to start? What's the back five? listen, mate, we don't know anything.
if you want to beat Everton, it has to be free at the back with wing backs. That's how it has to be. Because you need that extra cover down the wing because they have got people who can head the ball. They have got fullbacks who can cross a ball. They have got midfielders who can deliver it on a sixpence. So you need your cover down the widths, down the wings. And for me, it only works when we play free at the back. Because it feels to me like, you know what, we move across, we actually shift better as a 3 and a 5 in midfield rather than a 4. Because we always leaving gaps. It's like, yeah, you have to go to the nearest man and then you cross over and you take the next man and so on. When we've got 3 at the back, it seems to work so much better because that extra cover of Luke Shaw with Tellez is different. Then you've got the other side with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He just seems to be a lot more comfortable and he can play his game a lot better. But if you're going to beat Everton, it has to be 3 at the back, mate. It's simple as that because Calvert-Lewin is winning every header.
Yeah,
Maguire had his best game for United against Everton last season against Calvert-Lewin. He was awesome in that game. Is it going to be the kickstart that he needs to get back to where he was, or is his head completely mashed? You know what? Sometimes it takes a tough manager to say, look, I know you're telling me you're right, but I can see it, you're not. It's time to sit it out. Who comes in though, mate? That's the problem at the back right now. Axel is probably the best bet for me in terms of
after the Champions League. Do you think so?
Yeah, I still think he'll be all right, mate. After he's hauled off, anyway, I think he'll have a point to prove now because he was getting better towards the end of the first half, and that's why the substitution just riled me. You can't just pull someone off because he's had one shaky moment or two in a game when everyone was just appalling, you know. And I just feel like Ollie there threw him under the bus completely. For me, yeah, 3 at the back, then your midfield could be anyone, mate. Honestly, it could be anyone.
That's the problem, though, mate. It can't be anyone because then it's like, you know,
it can't be, but it could. You know, it will be. I would honestly, I would have Fred. Yeah. I would have Fred in there, mate. I really do. He's had a week off. I think he'll be full of energy, and we are going to need it because all this Everton squad have had a week off with their feet up, watching us just capitulate and then plotting our way around this pitch. So yeah, I'd go with Fred in there. You're probably looking, God. Do you go with one sort of player? You know what? I'd put Fred and Van der Beek in there, mate.
Fred and Van der Beek as an 8?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'd put Fred and Van der Beek in there. And then you can take your pick going forward, really. I've got no problem with dropping Bruno to the bench for the game. Give him a break. I would even contemplate playing Mata as a number 10. That's how I would see it. I would play Mata in that 10, playing where he should be played. Pogba, he can sit on the bench as well. I'm not really bothered. I do feel like now Greenwood's out of that squad, though, that it changes things a little bit. It really does. You could just go with two.
It stinks of a diamond, mate. It stinks of Rashford and Martial up top.
I would go Martial and Cavani with Mata behind them. Try and play against that. That's what I would do.
Are you all right with Cavani? Because he looks like the shadow of a player we all thought he was going to be, you know what I mean? But he looks like, for me,
you know yourself, mate. I've done it before, mate. When you come to a club and you're trying to find your feet and you're not getting starting lineups, games, you find it hard to adapt to the game and the pace of the game coming off the bench. If you start off at the same stage as everyone else, you can work your way in. You're at the same level. Whereas coming into a Premier League game, having been playing in France for so long, it's not really fair on him. He needs to start. Then bring him off. You know what I mean? Give him 60 minutes at least. Then bring a Rashford on. You know what? Change it up. If it could be Rashford or Martial, bring one of them on. Just be a little bit clever with your lineup. You've got a world-class striker there who needs to start a game. And you know what? He will give that Everton defence nightmares if he's on song. We just don't know because we keep throwing him into the lion's den off the bench every time. Say, go on, save us the game. Save us a game, Edison. And you know what? It's not fair on him. It really isn't. Yeah. He's not fit, and he needs to start. He needs to play more minutes, and we're only going to see an impact from Cavani if he starts a game, mate. So I would go with that. I mean, you could easily put Bruno or Pogba in that role where Mata is, but it has to be 3 at the back, mate. 5 in the middle with the wing backs. Simple as, mate. Simple as.
For me, I've said my team already on Twitter. I would go with a 4-3-3. I really would. I would play De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, Lindelof. I would go with Luke Shaw. I would go in a two. I would go with Bruno and Fred. I really would. I think they could work together in a balance as a 2-8. For me, that whole sitting midfielder idea, I think they both can keep the ball. I think they both got energy in there. They're both two sitting number eights. You know what I mean? They can do them both together. I really can. I think they complement each other well. Then I would also put Thingy in there. I would put Donny van der Beek in the number 10 role. I really would. I'll put Donny van der Beek in the 10 role. And I would put left Rashford. Obviously, Mason Greenwood, I would still put. I'm not, obviously, we're not confirmed yet, so I would still put Mason Greenwood on the right. And I would go up top Martial. 4-3-3. Let's go at them. Let's do something together, man, because that's the way you can do it, man. That's the only way I can see Man United winning. I really, really can. That's the only way I can see. I can't see that five at the back business working, man, because Everton are going to play compact. You know what they're going to do. You know what I mean? Southampton 2-0. You know what I mean? They're flying
Top
ahead
of
of
the
us, mate. I
league.
don't know how many. Hey,
Are they top of the league with that?
top of the league, mate. Bloody hell, are you serious?
They can't be a million miles away, can they?
Bloody hell, mate. You know
Let
what
me
I mean?
double
Like,
check it. Oh, they are. Top. Top of the
the
league,
top of the
Everton.
league.
Top of the league, Southampton with that.
Wow, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to tweet after this year. Southampton winning the league, mate. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. That just shows you a top class manager, and he's a good manager. He's an underrated manager, you know. Hasselhutis, you know what I mean. And
Oh, mate.
they've got a coaching team, man. That's without Danny Ings as well, and we've got them in about 2 weeks, mate. And after we got West Brom,
After the West
then
Brom
that's
game.
Southampton. You know what I mean? United are 15th, Southampton are first, mate. Who would have thought of that, mate? Who would have thought of that, mate? You know
Not
what I mean?
after finishing. Oh, mate. I mean, it's like if we do get beat by, if we get beat by Everton, we
What's
could
it called?
easily be
Hasselhutis, isn't it? Hasselhutis.
Hassenhutel.
Hasselhutel, right? Man said
Yeah.
Hasselhutis, you know what I mean? You know the ones. I just say anything, me. I just say how it's pronounced, mate. You know the ones there.
He could be the next Jurgen Klopp. He plays and is as crazy as Jurgen Klopp, innit? So
yeah.
he could easily be. He could easily be the answer, but
mate, I
we
tell
don't
you,
know,
man.
do we, mate?
So what? How do you see the game going, mate? You know what I mean? I don't know what prediction to do. I don't know what kind of formation. For me, I don't know what's going to go on. How we're going to start the game, I don't know, mate. How do you see the game panning out? What's the overall finding? And yeah, man, give me your overall summary into this, man. For me, I don't know, mate. I really, really cannot give you a kind of a goal, mate. I just feel like no matter what result we get, mate, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be sacked as Man United manager. And let's go into the 2-week period of international break. Let's go out with a new manager. That is what I'm managing. That's my energy, Adam. I don't want to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as manager anymore. I think he's out of his depth. He's clueless. He has nothing about him to take Man United forward. And yes, the Glazers are the problem. Yes, Woodward out, Glazers out. But right now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been given some money to spend in his football club. He's given a substantial amount of money. Yes, he's not got the right ones he's got, but he's given a lot of money. You know what I mean? I still believe that he's not the right manager for me, man. He really, really isn't. And he can't get the best out of what he's got. That's a sign of a top manager, to get the best out of what you've got. You know what I mean? Southampton haven't got the players that we got, but where they are in the league, man? Where are they in the league? They're first in the league, guys. It's not about the personnel you've got. It's about how you adapt them as a coach, yeah, to get the best out of them. It really, really is. You get the best out of any player. If you're a top manager, you can get the best out of players. You know what I mean? Like the Ward Prowses, like the you know what I mean, the players that they've got in that team. But if you have to have a system, you have to have a style of play that suits the team. You know, you have to have a consistent team selection, not swapping and changing formation. Everything's got to be balanced. Right now, it's not balanced, Adam, and that's why I'm not confident in this manager, regardless of result. I'm saying it live on United Central, mate. Regardless of the result tomorrow, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer shall be sacked, mate.
I can't see it going any other way, mate. To be honest, I really can't. I think the writing's on the wall for him now.
Yeah,
his team selections, like you said, his substitutions, his favouritism, the way he talks, nothing is working for him right now. And He said it needs structure. I know there's issues above him, but you know what? 2 years with the squad that he's got, he surely knows a style of play and the best team. We're just not seeing it. It just looks as crazy and scattergun. And I said the same thing the other day. Is this the worst it has been? And people will get mixed up with that and go, "Oh no, remember David Moyes? Remember the Mourinho days?" And I say, "Is it the worst it's been?" Because we know that we have got a squad, but we're 15th in the league. This is the worst position we've ever been since Ferguson left.
Yeah,
and
ever.
we've got an all right squad. So it must be the worst it's been, because if we can't get a tune out of this lot. You know what I mean? They're all walking straight into their international teams, and some of the teams are the best. They're best in the world, the international teams. So if they're walking straight into them first teams, nearly every single player in our team, how come for United, when that shirt goes on, they cannot perform? You ask Gareth Southgate, if Harry Maguire's fit, does he play? He says yes. If Marcus Rashford's fit, he plays yes. You know what I mean? Pogba straight into the France squad. Bruno straight into that Portugal team with Ronaldo and the rest of them superstars that they've got. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just looking at it going, why is it not working for United? The common denominator in it, it's the guy who's running the show. And we can all blame Edward Wood and the Glazers all the time, but you know what? For me, what's happening on the pitch is nowhere near good enough, considering that this squad has got better since we came third last season, and we're where we are in the league right now. That doesn't add up, mate, for me. And it's getting to a stage now where I think everyone knows the writing is on the wall.
Yeah, it really is, man. Someone says here, you know what? I'm all for opinions, mate. Knee-jerk reactions. Give Ollie time to sort it out. This is after 2 years. This is after 250 million spent. This is after a team that's got Pogba, Cavani, Martial, Rashford, Donny van der Beek, Bruno Fernandes. You know what I mean? Abundance of talent. Mason Greenwood, Martial. Give him time. Give him time to sort it out. Listen, I'm all for opinions, mate. Give it time to sort what out. He's had enough time, mate. Not many managers get 2 years, 15th of the league. Not one at home since.
Someone said it, John Donnelly there, mate. I'm I'm dreading it as well, mate. I'm dreading it as well, John, mate. He says there, Adam, I dread your watch along tomorrow.
I'm telling you, mate. I'm dreading it, mate. I'm doing it 12:30, mate.
Other day. Yeah,
12:30, Adam.
I know, mate. I know. I got to get myself woken up, mate. I said to someone the other day, I said, ever since I started these watch-alongs, it's gone even worse. Oh,
I'm telling you.
I don't know if I've joned it or whatever, but that's it now. I've committed to it, so I have to see it through. It's hard. It really is hard. And you know when you start talking about other subjects while you're watching the football, that is not right. You really do. It's like turning into a baseball game, innit? It's like a show. It really is. I think I cheered when Ollie stood up and went to the sideline. That was my biggest moment, I think. I cheered that more than I cheered the goal, and that sounds sad, but it's a case of, you know, even though we scored that goal with Martial and it was a brilliant header, and like someone said before, Luke Shaw with an assist, he has put some good balls in and not got the reward, Shaw, he really has, but you knew that one goal, it was just like a token gesture.
Yeah.
Say, you know what, we may be back back in this game, but we're really not. That's how it felt. It's like, great goal. Well done, Martial. Buzzing that he scored a goal from open play and he's back on track, hopefully. But you just knew you were going to get let down. It just had that feeling about it. Like, we're going to come out second half and it's just going to carry on the same way. And then he brought Scott McTominay on and it was like, I think I've just been vindicated there. I think I'm right in what I was thinking.
Absolutely,
and it's just destroyed me.
It's absolutely, man. Even TJ, big up TJ. He's on the listen. You guys have been Ollie out for time. Tactical fraud has been getting away with it for a long time now. It's time to get off his PS. It's time to get his P45. And TJ's a guy who goes home and away, guys. You know what I mean? He's there every game. You know what I mean? And he always says, you know what I mean? He's going to back the manager.
You know what? It's funny that he's come on tonight, mate, because that famous picture of him on the Sky Sports cameras was that 4-0 Everton game.
4-0 Everton, man.
What was it, TJ? It was that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the one, mate. I remember it well.
That was the one, man. That was when we got slapped 4-0, man. That's probably my worst away loss in recent history. I don't know where yours is. I'm trying to think.
I mean, so you got Newcastle, West Ham. I had Bournemouth
No,
driving down
Newcastle,
to
no,
Bournemouth on my own.
Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle one. Yeah, Newcastle. Yeah, that's when I lost it, mate. You know what I mean? Longstaff brothers, mate. You know what I mean? Them two there.
Oh,
yeah, seriously.
Wow.
But
Mate,
guys, we are coming. So,
I
yeah,
remember driving down to Bournemouth on my own for that dross as well.
Oh man, how did you do that? Seriously, how on earth?
Bournemouth, there
What
and
time
back
did you
in
go
the
there?
day.
What?
I know.
That's a 6-hour drive, that.
Mate, I was listening to the Rugby Union World Cup final on the way down there. We got beaten that by South Africa. It was lashing it down. It was windy. It was horrible. It was an early kickoff as well.
Yeah.
And then they had to drive all the way back.
Yeah.
I think the player rating show at the end, it was just me. No one else was around. And Josh King
Rio
came and
Ferdinand went
walked
back,
past
didn't
laughing.
Rio came past laughing, didn't they?
Oh, mate.
Say give all the time, but yeah. Yeah, Adam, are you give me a scoreline, or are you just gonna sit on the fence on this one? I'm gonna sit on the fence, man. I'm gonna go for 1-1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-2 actually.
2-2.
2-2. I think we have got people who there can open. I think Everton are not going to be. It all depends on Ancelotti though. They're a different team now. If they know what they're doing, they're just going to sit back.
They are. If they know what they're doing, if they really
sit back. If they think they're bigger than what they are, Everton, and this is their time, and it may go against them. But if they're clever, and TJ there. Remember West Ham, my mate. Oh God, you can take your pick, can't you? You can really take your pick of them away games. Seriously, last season was it was a calamity.
Manchester United come in, saying, I'm telling you, Everton will win and Ollie will stay. Watch. Everton squad is on fire. 3-1 Everton. Candy Crush Masterclass. How is Martial injured? I don't think we said Martial's injured, is he? He's not injured, surely.
No.
Everton will go and get 3 points. Guys, please help me out here. Can't see a United win. Saeed, are you Ollie out? I don't know where you've been, mate. You know what I mean? I don't know where you have been. You know what I mean? Tempo Run Masterclass. It's crazy, mate. iPad FC and just get Ollie out. Guys, it's been a pleasure. You know what I mean? 1,366 people watching live. I think this is one of the biggest. 9 o'clock in the evening, man. You know what I mean? 10 o'clock. Sorry, 10 o'clock. Yeah, we got all these people live. But big up to you guys. You know what I mean? You guys are incredible. Thanks for tuning in. You know what I mean? We've got Mad Red United in the building. You know what I mean? Adam, mention your socials, mate.
Yeah, get me on YouTube at Mad Red United. Adam Matic on Twitter. And on Instagram, it's ADZUTD on Insta. Chat me on any of them. DMs are all open, and all of them open for any convo.
Yeah.
Educating as many people as possible.
And you got competition going. How's that going?
Oh, God, yeah. I've hooked up. It's hard to describe, actually. What I'm going to do, I'm going to explain it all on my watch-along tomorrow, probably about half-time. Because it's quite in detail. But yeah, we do tons and tons of giveaways going on at the moment as well. It is mental. We've got that much going on with different people and collabs and people sponsoring the channel. So yeah, we've got absolutely loads going on right now. So yeah, definitely tune in tomorrow. If anything, we can all have a laugh together, can't we, while we watch it?
Yeah, man. You know what I mean?
We're in it together, people.
We're in it together, man. We will be here no matter what, man. You know what I'm trying to say to you. Thanks for the show. Into the next one. Road to 25K. Well, guys, believe it or not, I'm about 100 away from 24,000 subscribers. So please, people, if you are watching this right now, or if you are watching this after the video, please subscribe to the press the subscribe button. If you are watching this and you have subscribed, I'm not going to tell you off, but please watch the video and subscribe to the channel. It's road to 25K, but obviously we are about 100 away from 24,000 subscribers. Guys, it's been brilliant. You know what I mean? We can only hope that, you know what I mean, we get a win tomorrow regardless, because we all support Man United Football Club. But for me, the bigger game will be Ollie out, and for me, it's done out here. Guys, smash a like on the video, subscribe to United Central, subscribe to Mad Red United, you know what I mean? Get him to 20,000, guys, you know what I mean? It'll be to get him 20,000. But guys, I'll see you tomorrow for the watch along. Adam's watch along, mine and Russ's channel. Yeah, man, it could be very, very interesting tomorrow. But guys, enjoy your evening. Enjoy the rest of your night. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.